Everybody, I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today, we're playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are partway through an investigation. It is day 3, the last day. Murder trials can't be longer than 3 days. No criminal trials can be longer than 3 days in the far-flung future, where crime runs rampant. Because also it's crime, I guess. As one does. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. So, we are gonna get started as one does. Oh, I gotta press the actual button. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Yeah, Maya's back. The Blorbos! I'm glad you're enjoying the Blorbos. Welcome in, Depression. I'm here and my mind has ascended. Yeah, that sounds about right for a Pikmin. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? Ooh. You're getting there. Well, now I need to stop and look at where you're getting to. You can't stop me. I mean, you can. That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's no time to waste. Okay. I know where you are. If we breathe air, but and not see it, and we don't breathe water, but we see water. I see where this is going. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer's the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Does that mean fish can see air, but not breathe it, and breathe water, so do they see water? Ah! That is actually a fun and interesting question, but the answer is that fish actually do breathe air. They filter air out of the water using their gills. So, they still do breathe air, just not in quite the same way that we do. That's all. Same as the blue Pikmin would, filtering with the gills. What if I've caused more pain and suffering with my self-insert Blorbo Valentine Lucas, who I made a playlist for? Good! Do it! That's how we get interesting things. Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Yeah, you do have gills, or at least one. That's how blue Pikmin are. Why is it called an outlet if you put a plug? That's because it's an outlet for the electricity to come out of. The plug goes in to catch it. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP Powers. Right. Well, game seems to think Will Powers. Is he still in jail? Why is he still in jail? He obviously did not do it. Alright, I guess. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? And why aren't you subscribed to Fier? Aw, thank you. I always forget to remind people to do that. We all need to give this man a hug. He's a little big teddy bear. Perhaps a lion, judging by the the hair features and such. But still, he did not do this. Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. What we got, Mr. Powers? Help me, I'm stuck in a ballboard mouth. Help me. No! Not the ballborbs. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She is well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Oh, you better tell us about them rumors. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everybody knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Thanks, Phoenix! I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Oh no! Oh no! Ah! The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat these donuts on the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Woo! She's alive! I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her at all, so sorry. Oh, whoops. I did not tap the button proper. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. He does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. She doesn't know. She's like 16. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She's lived in a mountain monastery all her life. She doesn't know. She doesn't know nothing about nothing. I just think... I just think spirit mediums don't know what's going on. About Mr. Hammer. I heard what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Welcome in, Red. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really mad this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. She's filled with innocence. Dang. What else? Where else can we go? Let's go here first because it's annoying to get to otherwise. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done tomorrow. You can come see the film later. Today's great! We're proving a man innocent! We only have today to do so. Hopefully we'll see Edgeworth again. Sorry, you're on an emotional roller coaster, Val. It gets worse. Then it does get better, don't worry. And then it gets worse, as an emotional roller coaster would. Hey, you were the one who wanted to. You were the one who wanted to read the writing. All up and down. Well, yeah, it is. One of the two main characters is living in a romance novel, and the other one is living in post-apocalyptic survival horror. This is the same story. They are living in the same world at the same time. They are both having a time. Because one of them was born in this time period, and the other one is a time traveler to an extent.
cryo-frozen, you see, and he woke up in the future 200 years later. That's true. That's true. He's working on it. Listen, he went to bed in 1950 and woke up 200 years later, and it's a lot, okay? It's a lot to take it. There have been some changes. Okay. I guess this is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any clues, other clues lying around. Yeah! No! No touching! Yeet! Like Judd. Yeah. Hey, it's Gumshoe! Oh. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. You're welcome to read it too, Red, if you want. I don't mind sending the link. Just know that it is incredibly self-indulgent on my part. I read it for funsies for me. And the fandom is 5 people big, counting me, I think. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. Hatsune Miku! I can imagine a Pikachu with Hatsune Miku ears. Likewise, I can imagine a Miku with a little Pikachu headband. Both of those things are precious. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's any traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution and on the plate changed color, alright. Pikmin Hatsune Miku! Adorbs! So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Stake plate added to the court record. We are going to use this several times. Did you know? Because I remember using that several times. In fact, to show that bones are in T-bone steak. Well, to tell the truth, pal, it's a real mess. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Tell us why! Well, how is this man suffering today? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa! Talk about burns, pal! Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, sounds like he was the one who put Powers to sleep. Or, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. We got the bottle back! Anything else in here? Anything new? Nope, nothing new here. We're here, we might as well look in the- Whoa, hello! Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
What? What? Why? But WP's innocent.
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai.
What? No!
I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh?
I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too.
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
Film set?
Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
Well, what do you mean, the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No! No!
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh no. Presumably this. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. But I mean, having an actor with murder charges on the set is a little problematic.
That's fine. I'm sure Alec Baldwin will find more work eventually. Even if the charges are dismissed once again. Anyway, moving on.
I would think you'd understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you please tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, but it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know, who knows more about this? Ms. Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk.
Alright, back we go, since we have to go back that way anyway. To get to the next places.
Well, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
Let's talk about 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Well, whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that the Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume?
I do, actually, I think. I do have proof.
I'm sorry, Miss Oldbeg, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Where are my sleeping pills? Where are my sleeping pills? Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Well, what does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? There you go. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are tracings of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Ms. Oldbeck?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Ms. Oldbeck? You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone.
Ms. Oldbeck?
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbeck.
Here, take this. A photograph? Well, wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Ooh!
I've just been having so much fun. I'm glad. I'm glad!
I think I have to go look at that fence, too. And maybe Vasquez. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? Perhaps one could say I've been autisming over it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm sorry that it's just that there's a fandom of 5.
I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. You'll have to write your own, I'm afraid. Actually, no, that's not entirely true. I have AUs already. I couldn't not have AUs. I have a modern AU taking place in, like, the actual modern world. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, because I was like, what if, and hear me out, what if my Blorbos from one canon interacted with my Blorbos from another canon? What if they lived in the same house? But that house was the universe they live in. What if they interacted? The answer to the question of what if they interacted is, and then Andre got friends. That aren't just Sai's friends who hang out with him because he's Sai's boyfriend. In places where it's possible, Andre and Callahan are very close friends. It's great. As they should be. Yeah, exactly. Andre's not necessarily artistic, like he doesn't paint or anything, but he will talk philosophy all day. And he will talk religious philosophy as long as you allow him to. And if there's one thing that Callahan likes to do besides painting and surgery, it's talk all day about religious philosophy. You've noticed, perhaps, that he is a devout man. Yeah, good. He should be. So he and Andre have lovely conversations on the subject. Which is basically, as long as you come to me in good faith, I'll do the same for you kind of thing. He's getting used to it. You've got to remember, in the day and age he's from, it was illegal. Literally illegal. Not like joke illegal, but like actually you would get arrested illegal. So, you gotta understand where he's coming from here. Anyway. He'll get there. He'll get there. Where are we going? Probably Studio 2, because we don't need to go to Studio 1 anymore, right? We can't. Hey, it's this lady again. What accent did I give her? Oh, I think I gave her, like, the smooth, like... Yeah, I gave her the smooth... Hello? Hey, Nick. Oh, Miss Vasquez. Hello? Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Alright, fine. What do you want? You know what? She worked so hard to hush this up. Let's show her we have it. Wait. Oh, yeah, we can look at the whole thing, too. Sure, why not? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Ms. Oldbag Nick. Right. Anyway. Ms. Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. She sure did. Guys, that fence looks dangerous. Alright, I guess we're going in the trailer with her. I wouldn't prefer to. You came. Well then, what was it that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But, you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo inside the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence.
Boys!
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
How did we not notice these fellas standing in here? Did they just come in through the trailer door? Like, what happened here? I'm glad you're having a great time. Holy cow, you were just devouring this. Have you met Liz yet, by the by? I forgot that I put her in there, and I don't remember where she starts to show up. But she's great. I'm sorry, you're eating my blorbos? My blorbos! Good, I'm glad you like her. She's great. Just casual mean people. Yeah! She's got all these people who look like they belong in, like, as way of the house husband.
What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No! Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
And that's why she has an opium pipe. Because she's in the mob. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Aw, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom?
D. Vasquez. Hey, look, we actually made it through this.
Wow, I am so shocked. I mean, I'm honestly actually a little shocked that Gumshoe was the one to show up and save us.
Oh, no.
Mark needs a lot of hugs. He needs a lot of things. He's a good boy. He suffered to get where he is, but don't worry, he's fine now. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's secretly an optimist and a romantic. You'll never know. We love casually mean people. The mafia's like that. Right? Are we in court now? Edgeworth! My man! An Optimist Prime? I mean, kinda. Despite the job that my OC does, he's very optimist. I've learned how to dodge roll in real life. Good! We call it somersaulting primarily. I'm glad, though. I've been packing Transformers. Yes! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of the trial. I hope both the prosecution and defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
Oh, a new limited 5-star in HSR. Good work.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is the producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. I'm not a Pikmin, I'm depressed Edgeworth, JK. Lol. Edgeworth is depressed Edgeworth. That's just how it is. I'm sure he's fine in there. Definitely fine. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Edgeworth, you are batting 100, my man! Oh my gosh! Guys, he got it! He did it! This is the first time in the game! The first time! My man did it! Woo! D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
Who knows if she's guilty?
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. You need to fill that quota quick or the boss man won't be happy. Mafia Pikmin, you have accurately described Salmon Run in Splatoon. That is an accurate description. Val, I'm glad you're enjoying her. She is a delight. She's great. The only sensible person in this whole story is her. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
A van!
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
We know this stuff. This is normal. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? Oh yeah, we got the van. It means just what I said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh right. Yeah, I didn't need to press that. The judge did it for me. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I love the gag of don't do X. And then like the villain or the antagonist does X in front of the person who just said don't do X. I love that. Sorry. I'm in a giggly mood today. I can't. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough.
No, that's not.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere.
I see it. I see it. I think. We're not going to reread her testimony. We're going to present her with a plate full of T-bones.
I remember it! I remember. Okay, no, it is this, because then she's like,
you're like, there's bones in a T-bone. There were no bones outside Studio 2. And she's like, we threw them in the fire. And then you're like, no, you didn't. I see the bags under them. Edgeworth, get some rest. I see the bags under them eyes of yours.
Yeah, you do.
He doesn't sleep. Edgeworth doesn't sleep. He's the law. He does law things. Pretty sure this is the correct objection. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, I'm a 4-centimeter tall octopus. We all know what I am. I'm glad chat knows what I am, too. I'm 4 centimeters tall. I got glasses so that I can see when I'm not if I'm not in the water. And yeah, that's all. That's everything. Oh, also apparently it is weird that I can talk. Hi, I can talk. Aquarium staff would like to know how I am doing this. I'll never tell.
Yeah, I'm good for it. I want to do more festival stuff, of course, because I haven't done any today yet. But I am good for more festival stuff.
Yeah!
The treasure hunt is every 2 hours, so it'll be at 11:30 for me, which is, I forget what time. It'll be half an hour before stream ends, and then at the same time it was last night. Yeah, so definitely go get your bundles. I couldn't today because reasons. Yeah! That'll get you the other ticket that you need to make the favor of the festival so you can buy the prizes, which are golden weapons. They look really cool. Anyway, back to the climactic Perry Mason moment. Look at this. It's a blade? Yeah, they're golden weapons, and you can buy an upgraded version that glitters, too. This plate was on the table in the employees' room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. You can check out the sovereign weapons in the weapon on the wiki. Yet there are no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too! You ate the bone! You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Murdering the Steel Samurai, more like it. But meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Aye, boss, this fool think he can get away with not paying us any dough.
But I've got lots of cookie dough. You can have cookie dough if you want it, but maybe you shouldn't have it raw.
Oh, Val, I know he does. I wrote that. For anyone who is a writer out there, just remember that you are the god of the worlds you create. So anyone religious in your setting is worshiping you. It'll help. You are the devil.
I am. If they got me a crown, if they got me a crown, I'd staff should get me a crown. Can I have a crown?
Staff once again says, no, you may not have a crown. Stop asking.
But I want one. They should get me a crown. I would like it. Crown me king of the new world.
I have been informed that king is the title given to a man, and I am an octopus.
I think this is an injustice.
I should be allowed to be the fancy one.
They say the queen is also fancy. I will be a monarch! I have been informed that a monarch is a type of butterfly. And as we know, things can only be one thing. Anyway, moving on.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Oh! Ooh. But that can't be the murder weapon, because Penny said it was broken, right? And she fixed it up with tape, and we know how questionable her tape fixing is. So it wasn't even the weapon. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Oh, is it the picture? Or is it the spear itself? Shoot. I think it's the spear itself, because it's, like, all taped up. Yeah. Yeah? I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning scene's action run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can tell you.
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the murder weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. The judge is right! Sometimes we're confident off the hop. And we shouldn't be. I know exactly the murder weapon, and that's why I kept examining the post! The fence post!
Alright, we hydrate as chapter begins. We need a lot of hydration. And a big stretch. Big stretch. And we will do some standing crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay. Back to it.
Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of those stairs.
Ooh, you're getting there. You're getting to the good bits.
Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What?
Are you saying...
Yes.
What happened 5 years ago?
Has happened again!
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it! She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like that, Mr. Hammer had himself done... Blah. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my scriptwriting staff.
You deny what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet his body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way! Probably! I feel like she definitely had another way! Because it's definitely the van. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Golly, sure is eepy time putting these people behind bars. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Look at this shock! Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
You don't have to have apologize for having a great time reading. I'm excited. I am. I'm sorry there's not more. There will be more. There's also like weird little short side scenes that I wrote, and 2 other things that I'm writing currently that aren't as long. I'll show you those too if you want, but they're not very exciting yet because they're only like 10 pages a piece. I'll show you how Mark got to town and what's going on with the Graves boy.
I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body into Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, right?
Don't forget, it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Woohoo!
Of course he was! Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in a van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? I love the ... on everybody, even the courtroom. Everyone is quiet here. So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Lots of ... to go around here. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right! But this is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Oh! Ah! Ah! Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it. But, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Pal, I'm glad you're having such a good time. You should put the bits that go with this excitement in the Discord. Oh, good. Okay, I shall have something to look forward to. Let's go. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Oh boy! I think she needs to testify again. Testify again, Vasquez! I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. To come so far, only to fail. Edgeworth, object! Help me out, buddy! As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez.
Oh, I've been granted things! Things! Aquarium staff has brought me things! Oh, they brought me delicious treats! You guys don't understand! Such tasty treats! Ah! Yes! Yes! Okay, this might not make sense to a lot of you, But they brought me, they brought me popped lotus seeds. They're flavored in peri peri, which is really good. Popped lotus seeds are very, very good. They're I don't know how to explain. They're crunchy and they're big, like cheese puffs, but they're not like cheese puffs because they're different. They're soft like they are, though. And they're flavored like spicy. And they brought me papad and cheese. It's a very, very thin... You know what? Discord, you may have a picture of it. I will give you a picture, Discord. Discord may have a picture of my tasty, delicious treats. I can't explain very good, but it's an incredibly flat cracker bread. Like, with sesame seeds. Oh, welcome in! Welcome in, Tyler! Hey, it's Tyler on Twitch! I have just been granted a delicious, tasty thing. Aquarium staff brought me delicious, tasty food, and oh my golly, the spicy bits are spicy. Woof! There you go. Maybe? Yeah, there you go. We're having tasty things today. Oh, that's why I have cheese. That's why I have Havarti cheese. That's the relief food. Okay. That's good. Papad's covered in oil. And it's a very thin, like potato chip thin flatbread. Welcome in! We're at the part with Edgeworth, which is all the parts of this game that I care about. My boy!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
Too real! All lawyers get to that point sometimes. I'm gonna eat this peri peri because they're really good. Yum, 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 yum. I love popped lotus seeds so much. I can never find them around. And they're so good.
You do have more Blorbos now. I'm not sorry. I've infected you with my Blorbos. You have your own Blorbos. You stole the Blorbos from my brain. I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request that I request that the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I do see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo... I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Edgeworth, he's trying his best.
The boss man needs a volunteer for this job, and staff seems like the perfect fit.
There are many people in aquarium staff. You could pick one of them and they could probably do the thing. They do all sorts of different things too. There's people to do all the plumbing for the aquarium parts. There's people called aquarists, which sounds weird. And their job is to look after the aminals, like me. And there's people who do like the people talking things, where they go and talk to people who come in. And there's people who look after me at night. They're called security, and they do security. They make sure things are secure, like me. There's my virtual staff, my mods. Nick! Why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth.
Edgeworth's just in love with justice. And he's having a moment, I think.
I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony.
I do!
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
She didn't bring her heckin' script. Why wouldn't she bring her heckin' script to a rehearsal? Why wouldn't she bring her script and production notes to a rehearsal? If she didn't know there was a murder, she would bring her script. Just saying. Perhaps. I mean, I'd forget it too, but she didn't know there was a murder. If she didn't do the murder, she had no idea. Then why wasn't she prepared? Love of justice is reason number 1000 why I love Edgeworth. Yeah. He's lovely and lovable. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. All of your Sims. All of you! It's true. Right. I'm not even gonna press her. I'm going straight there. Maybe we should. Sometimes there are silly things. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal.
Pets for me! I gotta figure out how the cool VTubers do the little hand pet thingy. I don't know how to do it. But I gotta figure out how they do the little animation. I'll make it a redeem. And you guys can do the pet animation.
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Press harder!
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sal Manila's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
But boy?
The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember.
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Ms. Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without a steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out.
Yes, he does! He is still like 8 feet tall and a mountain of a man. It's true that he is not particularly, how shall we say, present, but he is also like 8 feet tall and a mountain of a man. She's crazy.
We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Wow, that's so rude. He's got main character energy, and he's color-coded for my convenience.
Poor Powers.
Phoenix is less of a main character.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. You may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up.
I wonder if I can yell "hold it" into the mic. I mean, it does have the little button. Hold it! It does let you yell it, but it doesn't understand me yelling it. Aww. Hang on, maybe it will. I'll try it one more time. Hold it! Nope, it doesn't. I'm sorry, guys.
What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence.
Your Honor, my client is an octopus. Hi. She couldn't have committed that murder. It's true. I'm 4 centimeters tall, and I don't know how to do murders. But sometimes I get hungry. But I wouldn't kill anybody about it. I would never. I'm too small. Too small to hurt a human person. Mostly. Can munch them later. I love how we're all ... The cleansing flames! She has a puppet staff, Your Honor. I do not. I would never. I just like sitting up there because it's high up. Lets me see very far. Yes, you do. I do not. No one's ever seen her.
I'll give it back, but one more sim shaving and it's back to the whistle system.
Yeah, but you're on staff.
Silent. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai.
Press harder!
Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given that detective, the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings.
Why for?
You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes.
The script and your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth, my boy! It's this case! It's this case! Edgeworth!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what this means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
Edgeworth! Ah, he's saving us! He's helping us! I think we're both the prosecution now. Ah.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What have you just said? What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect that reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
Let's try this again.
How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now has been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
I was with Sal and Old Beg, the security lady, when we found the body.
Oh, I'm not rereading these things. Wait. Hang on, it wasn't Hammer that was injured. It wasn't him though. It was supposed to be Powers. He twisted his ankle. Right?
Objection!
you knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Yeah! Yeah, that's right!
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Oh, these are I like them. I like these a lot. Welcome in, Wit! Thanks for the lurk! I shall be sure to paint defensively. Oh. Edgeworth when we get to that part. You can list him, it's okay. He's a totally normal person who's totally normal with us.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in that photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly! Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Woo! Order, order, I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Did she? Oh, yeah, of course I can. It's that photo. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's murder... Blah. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Murder in this motive, of course. It's this. It's the dirt she had. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. You guys, I know, but you might not. Edgeworth is a huge fan of the Steel Samurai. He is a huge nerd for the Steel Samurai. I need you all to know this because this is the funniest case, if you know that. He's just here. I'm reminding Chad again. He's just here, like, yeah, that's why. Because the evil he was the evil magistrate. Yeah, terrible role. And Edgeworth's like, yeah. Yeah, ... And I liked him in that. Like, one moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yeah, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She didn't have one. She doesn't need one. Hammer probably went to kill her. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Sorry, Edgeworth got Phoenix's voice for a second. He's that shocked. Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Snap your opium pipe. She did it! She did it! She snapped her opium pipe. I know, right? I love this game. Turnabout is fair play, y'all. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Ms. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die! Please! Oh. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. I'd like to think she was more expressive when she had her boyfriend. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Not guilty! We did it! Confetti! That is all. The court is adjourned. Woo! Let's go! Now we're on to the final final case. Well, once we get the denouement. Hi. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yeah, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Do we have evidence? Is it... Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put you on the blame because... Oh, are we presenting the Steel Samurai photo? Is he jelly? It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No! Of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! He looks so mad at us! Listen, if Wendy Oldbag can call him Edgy Poo, we can call him whatever we want. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. No, Phoenix, he's not lying! This is the one time he's telling the truth! He's telling the truth! Is he I'm not good at small talk. Is he autistic? Not on purpose. I don't think, because this game was written a long time ago. But absolutely, 100%. And his special interest is justice. You'll see. You'll see. Edgeworth has a lot of big feelings and no real way to express them. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you here again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. He said the line! He said the line! He said the thing! We've saddled him with unnecessary feelings! He said the thing! Look at him! He's saying the thing! He said the thing! The thing! We did it! Okay. Oh yeah, I got to be great at small talk. I have to be. So listen, you know how hard it is to sell people on the idea that you could have a crown and be the octopus ruler? That you could be allowed? That they could give you a crown, and then if you had that crown, that you could use that as a symbol, and then you could rule lots of things? Like the Earth? But staff won't give me a crown.
could just make a crown.
Ooh, jewelry professionally every day. Oh.
Anyway. Moving on.
Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Lies!
Mr. Wright, is this guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if? They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Yes, give us a flashback!
And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Hey, they did make Pink Princess!
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay?
We have to trade with Cody and the assistant. Fine, I'll do it.
Rivals can kiss each other sometimes. Yes, they can. That's called Kissmasis. Chat, that's a spades relationship. Chat, I'm a filthy ham steak. So sorry. You had to find out this way. Vriska is best character. Except for Terzi and also every other. Listen, and Kanea. Listen. I am a 4 centimeter tall octopus with a lot of time on my hands sometimes. And maybe I like silly stories. You guys have heard me yell repeatedly, you can't escape the red lines. How, you knew already. You definitely knew already. You definitely knew already. You did. Anyway.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real willpowers. Wait, how does he get to play the lead?
Oh, I get it. The lead. There's always a lead guy in a show like that. We did it! Turnabout goodbyes! It's the last turnabout! Yes. And the hardest turnabout! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na! My favorite one!
It's been what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You suffered? And now, the perfect opportunity presents itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas.
Edgeworth! 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 Why does he have a gun? That's an excellent question. Why does he have a gun? Who knows? Who We love Edgeworth here. Hey, Nick. Do you know if there's any good waterfalls around here?
Waterfalls? Dare I ask why?
Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one.
Oh, is that a part of your spirit medium training?
Of course. Except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring of waters.
Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, but them's the break. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something?
Good idea!
So much for the rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring! Can't they show real news for a change?
Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower.
You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose?
Good idea, Nick!
Apparently, ESP is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder! Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecution attorney, known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like...
Nick?
Yipes! Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth.
What? You mean the prosecutor?
Yeah, he's a suspect. In a murder.
What? When? Where? What? How? Why?
I don't know.
Let's go find out, Nick. You can't have the baseball bat. The baseball bat is for me. I'm 4 centimeters tall, but one day when I grow big and strong, I'm going to use that baseball bat. It's going to be my cool weapon. You know, everybody gets a cool weapon, but I want one too, so I'm going to have it. Going to be cool. Cool and fancy and stuff and things and neat. Also, Momo would have a baseball bat. If it could, I bet. I bet it would like it. We gotta do girl gang pictures. We can give you the knife. Or just use the banana. Banana for scale! Oh, I wouldn't need a gun. I like knife. I'm little, I take ritual knife. I don't know. I don't know. You know what?
No brutal murder, squad.
We can't. We're busy. We're busy dealing with Edgeworth doing murder.
Well, what should we do?
What do you mean? Let's go investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene.
You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas?
No, not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. Darn right.
You're back on the whistle!
Gotta let us know if there's any earthquakes. Let's go visit Edgeworth. It's Christmas Day! Guys, I need you all to know something important. Christmas Day is the date day. It's the day you go on dates in Japan. New Year's is the day. New Year's is the day that you have for your family. Christmas Day is date day. We're having a date in jail. I can buy 5 plus 11 infusions and be 6 shy from maxing my last fractal bonus thing. But that's also 76 gold. That's true. But it's 76 gold well spent. Date idea. I defend you from a murder charge. You know, Nick, we've all been in here at one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah! That's fair. His glare's pretty hard. Hey, Edgeworth, come back!
What are you doing here?
Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood.
No, obviously not! Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh. Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing?
Nick, should we be laughing?
Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. Hey, I didn't want to see you either, believe me.
I like seeing him. Oh, I am way ahead of you, chat. We hydrate as chat demands. Terrible news, chat. I need to go get more water. I have become somewhat thirsty upon look at him. Look at him. Anyway, and a big stretch. Big stretch. It's date day. I was gonna come no matter what. Alright, and for body break, we do some leg lifts real quick. Wait, high knees. That's what we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, chat, I have to get more water, or else you will run me out of water, because I won't have any. You'll be sad next time you redeem that. I will be right back! Chad, I am back. I brought water. I brought more water.
I'm not mad that you went on a murderous rampage. I'm disappointed.
Alright, let's ask him what happened.
Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it?
Duh, we're gonna help you, that's what.
Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials.
Hey!
Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience.
Nick, he's insulting you. Nick! Why am I the one who has to get angry?
The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake's a long way from your offices in the court. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you.
Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really...
Gordy.
Huh?
I went to see Gordy.
Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later.
Why won't Edgeworth talk to us?
Ah. You know what? Heck it. We are a lawyer. We're a lawyer. Look at this. This is proof that I'm a lawyer. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. That's a real thing they have in Japan. You can almost kind of see it, but the scales of justice are in there. Defense lawyers really do have like a little button badge that they pin onto their lapels. Lawyers in general.
Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth, let me defend you. Ha. Ha ha. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up. Not yet.
What do you mean by that?
Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never.
Well, what?
My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down.
What?
Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lacked confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty.
I don't believe it.
Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this.
Well, why not? Legal Eagle did a video on Phoenix Wright with a Japanese lawyer. If I recall correctly, he had one. He did! That's a true fact. Guess who's seen that video? Listen, there's a few folks on YouTube that everybody just kind of knows. Especially in my circle of friends. Lockpicking lawyer, Legal Eagle, the bunch of us who are nerds, yeah. Philosophy Tube, oh no, that's okay, I understand you do. Philosophy Tube, and a few others. Although, I will say, my personal favorite so far has been Dr. Glaucoma Flecken. Yeah, I said it eventually. He does like little short content that's very silly doctor interactions between the different specialties, and I just love it. 10 out of 10. I have enough family in the medical profession that I can be like, look! It's a funny joke, right? And they'll be like, yeah, that's true. That's true facts. Yeah! I especially know rural medicine. That
That one's deep familiar to me. I know those people.
I know those people. I know those problems. I know that situation. We had one doctor in the whole town. Well, we did get lucky enough to have a hospital where I was, but the hospital was we had an elevator because it was one of the few places that had 2 floors. Got to ride the elevator. That was fun. Anyway, back to being sad about Edgeworth. A L'Hôpital, you mean? Yes, I do. Hospital is where you stay when there's when you're visiting, and there's no place for you otherwise. I'm glad you're nerding out about the things that I write.
Did you do it? But did you do it?
Not guilty.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Etc.
Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request.
Huh?
Stay out of this case.
Why? But Nick is trying to help you.
I know! I know that. But I don't want your help. Okay?
Why not?
Look, just go away and leave me alone.
Nick.
Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere.
But, Nick.
Well, let's go to Gourd Lake, I guess.
I know, right? Since I get to be my own voice director, I've intentionally been playing him with a little less, how you say, emotion. A little less excitableness. So that I could really bust it out here. For this case in particular. Because we've saddled him with unnecessary feelings. Still Christmas.
I can't believe... Okay, so our most recent case was in October. This is Christmas. It has been 3 months since we've had a case. Well, 2.5. But still. Edgeworth's right. We do have a lot of free time on our hands. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal! There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot! The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. I mean, just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits. Peh. Oh, despite my deep and profound delight at Phoenix Edgeworth, there is a very good case to be made for Edgeworth Gumshoe as well. It's real cute. Oh, you've got more than that, Val. I just stopped numbering after that point. Sorry. You've probably got, like, a bajillion pages left after that. I have, like, 206 pages in there, and I think I stopped numbering at about, like, 150 or so. Oops. Neko bleh. Yeah, somewhere around 130, 150. I'll have to check my editing notes. We have a lot of free time, says the one who watches Steel Samurai every day.
He does do that.
Do whatever the heck it is. Ah! Hey, you're that hairy guy. Hairy Butts. Right, Phoenix right. Will he ever learn my name? Just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yeah, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it. He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. Head in the, huh?
I mean, those fluffy pink clouds are all Edgeworth shaped, I'm pretty sure. They match his suit. Pretty. I like him. He probably wouldn't let me have a crown either, but I like him anyway.
Never mind, I'll tell ya. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol.
And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
A cop arrived on the scene, arrested him.
How did he get there so fast?
Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake.
A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer?
Absolutely not! That's impossible! I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right! Who cares what the witness says?
I care!
You really believe in him, don't you, Detective?
Of course I do! But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously.
Oh no!
That, after all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Stealthy Edgeworth's so dapper, I love him.
I love him too. He's pretty. I'm sorry I can't be as cute and adorable as April May, but I think we've proven why that doesn't work out.
Ow.
I know. She's one of those over-the-top cute. But that plays well. That plays well with a subset of people. A subset of people who think it's genuine. Nah, you're fine.
Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness.
Objection! We're not hacked. We're not hacked. Fear will solve the case and get our husband out of jail. I will. He's beautiful. I think you mean our husband, comrade. Objection, nuh-uh. This is an excellent objection.
Hey, pal. Don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him, too. Remember the Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after the Steel Samurai case. He kept saying, right, over and over. Meg? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Val, I am gonna show you, someone's fantastic animatic of I hate your stupid face with Edgeworth and Phoenix. And it's perfect, and I love it. There's so many spider wives that I have to ask which one! Well, definitely not that Sylvari from the Nightmare Court path that got struck to make way for Aether Blades. Oh! So we go into Twilight Arbor. I'm gonna tell you guys the story. I need to stop to tell you the tale. So we go into Twilight Arbor, right? And we're doing these sort of cleanup paths after. And Hooji's along with us. And Mint and I are like, oh boy, dungeons. We did the story dungeon here. Let's go do the thing. And Hooji goes, alright, we'll do the thing. Oh, but, and good thing too is that the path with the kitten lady is gone. And we both went, kitten lady? See, the thing is that Mint is so arachnophobic that you can't even say spider. Else he panics just a little bit. Not a lot, he just gets distressed. No one likes foul lane. True. So, we go in, and Hooji goes, okay, so it's gonna be fine. And then we take that one path, with the bombs, and there's a middle path covered in brambles, and there's a top path covered in some sort of white film of some kind. And he goes to the top path because it's Hooji, and he wasn't thinking, and he's like, uh-oh. And Mint's like, I thought you said she wasn't in this! Anyway, surprise! Surprise! It's delightful. Anyway, so we don't trust him to pick the paths anymore in Nightmare Dungeon. No more Twilight Arbor for Hooji. Who was the witness? Sorry, pal. That's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep. It was pretty cold on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve, after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. Foul Lane, by the way, the Shane of Guild Wars 2. Ha! I don't know, I really feel like Kaith is that way. Like, Kaith is not well. No one in Destiny's Edge is well, but Kaith is especially not well. Then again, she's not, like, drinking the pain away. I don't think anyone really has that move in Destiny's Edge. Because they all are workaholics. So they're just like, fine, if you won't work with me, I'll work alone and I'll solve every problem that ever was. By myself. But then they go to solve different problems. Till we get those nerds together and be like, ah, shut your mouth. And solve some Flame Legion, huh? So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick?
Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe, sir! What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back?
The autopsy report! Yes! Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim?
Sorry, they haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Ah, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime.
We didn't know how to get to the police station? We are a lawyer? And we did not know how to get to the police station? I feel like, perhaps, as a lawyer especially, we might maybe need to know how to get to the police station. That seems like a thing we should know how to do. But okay. We have directions to the police station. Directionally impaired. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Well, what? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now let's get investigating. Alright. With this new case, the title of stream is so funny.
What did I call the stream?
I feel like we must have been. We've been to the detention center.
What did I call my own stream? I forget what I titled it.
Objection!
Oh, what did I call it?
Hang on, I can just look. My client is a big softie who would never. This is true facts. This is still true facts. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yeah, my poetry has that effect on some people. I was like, what did my stream bot do? Oh. Anything else around here to examine? I wanted to examine that trash can, but I think maybe there's nothing else but the trees. Can we go deeper into the park? Deeper into the park! Wowzers! This is Gourd Lake? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand! Samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog! Please! I bet they're great! With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. What's that on the chair? Huh. Someone left one of those poppers here. You know, you pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick. It might be a clue. Let's take it. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop it, right? Was it that obvious? A popper. I'm gonna take it. I think I should. It sounds like a gunshot, doesn't it? Pop! I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd it go? I already put it in my pocket. Popper put in pocket! I love those poppers. Anything in the trash? The trash can's empty. At least the place is well maintained. Hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Wow! Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way! Oh, sure, it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape. Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. That's hilarious! Just a coincidence. Here, can I have a samurai dog? Yes. You'll have to give him a proper name and a proper home and plenty of room to practice either the sword or the bow, depending on what kind of samurai he is. But you absolutely can have a samurai dog. I bet he'd be cute. Phoenix only watches Criminal Minds and the news like a proper adult, and Grey's Anatomy like a proper boring adult. Actually, can I have a cat? No. No, the only cat is Roxy, and she's mine. Staff insists that there are other cats. And also that I had one, and her name was Puddin'. I did have one, and her name was Puddin'. She was very cute. She's no longer with us. She's so cute! Now Chad is insisting there are other cats! No, Roxy's just really fast! No, of course you don't see her move. She's very fast! You don't see her move to save budget. Yeah, Roxy's just really fast. Like Koro-sensei. Fastest cat alive. Nah, I know there are other cats. I just like making fun of staff sometimes. Sometimes they believe me when I say silly things, and sometimes they don't believe me when I say true things. But that's okay. They'll get the hang of it. Oh yeah, right, we were doing this. Where are we going? Oh, there's a woods. Let's carry on. A forest. We're in the Gourd Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts, camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick! If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, man. Let's go talk to them. In a minute. No clues here. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by any noise. Wow, cool! Let's try it out! Hi, I'm Nick! Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hi, I'm Nick! Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it! Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? I know! The party popper? Yep, it responded. Yeah! I forgot about this woman! This woman who actually needs a good, strong, rural accent. Probably she needs actually a New York accent, but I can't do that one, so guess what she's getting? Nice work, mods! Thank you for ceaselessly watching.
Yeah!
Let's see. Get your hands off of that. Yeah, hang on. I need the other southern accent. As we know, there's only 2 in TV. And we don't need the Foghorn Leghorn accent today. The Benoit Blanc, if you will. There has been a... I say, there has been a murder. We don't need that one. We need the other one. We need the rural, almost, Appalachian accent. Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! No, that wasn't it either. We'll get there. What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now! There goes a whole roll of film! Oh, huh? Sorry? Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were you thinking, setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say, those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb doesn't mean we all are.
Nick, help!
And who are you now? Her chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to y'all stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay for her film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. See, she actually gets a southern accent.
Can I start the apocalypse?
Fine, and you may have the lighter back. Yay! Now unleash anarchy.
Hey, Fiera, I started the apocalypse. Okay! Wait a minute! Stop! If the apocalypse started, why don't I have a crown? No, I need a crown for the apocalypse to start. No, not that apocalypse! No, the other one! No, that one's Ragnarok! No! That's the Aztec one! You guys! You guys, why do humans have so many apocalypses? Apocalypsi! You got too many! Got too many ends of the world! Too many! How dare! How dare you! This is unfair treatment of me! I'm supposed to do it! You're supposed to give me a crown, and then I get to! Ha! Yeah, chat knows what I'm supposed to have! A cool crown! No, not a red crown. That's Cult of the Lamb Staff. That's a video game. No, not that crown. Not the Watcher's crown. That's the Magnus Archives, and those aren't real and can't hurt me. No, not a yellow crown either. That's for the king in yellow. Yeah, of course he's real. Jeez. Steph is so bad at this. Steph is so bad at telling what is correct and what is not. Gosh. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna get a crown for Halloween, and then no one can stop me. Okay. ask this lady what happened.
What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. What? Can't you see I'm changing a film on my camera here? Oh, right. Yeah, she's just gonna say that a lot.
It's okay, Fier. Calm down. Just relax and let the world end in fire, and a new one be born of the ashes. But I'm supposed to drown it. I'm supposed to put it in water. Someone told me that if you put it in water, it does that thing. You know that thing that sometimes when you put those little pills in, they become foam dinosaurs and stuff? Someone told me it's like that. But, like, then it'll all be the ocean. But not in, like, a Team Aqua kind of way, but, like, in an infinite sea kind of way. And I would like the sea, thank you. It would be neat. You guys could live there. Maybe. I mean, I could teach you to breathe water. Probably. I think. Humans come visit the sea all the time underneath of it. I bet you could still do it.
You drown us after the fires.
Okay! I will put the fires out.
Sheik feels this is ill-advised as she, the Empress of the world, does not like the water.
Oh. After finding out you guys have a Burger King and a Dairy Queen, maybe I should have expected more royalty. Nah, I don't want to be Empress. That sounds too hard. And also too evil. It's always empires that are evil in fiction. Every time. There's not usually evil kingdoms. Sometimes there are. But it's not usually evil kingdoms. It's always empires. Can I be the Empress then? I want to be evil. No, we've already determined Sheik is an Empress. There can't be two. Then they'd have to fight. And then where would we be? We'd be Empressless. Okay.
We gotta present her with something.
Maybe this will work here too.
Maybe we can just be like, here, I'm a lawyer. This is my badge. Huh? Our badge is supposed to be all shiny and impressive. You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try to pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You too! Y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? So sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for a bit if if it pleases you.
Thanks.
I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart, but y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Sheik says she has knives in her feet, and she is quite floofy.
I expect that.
You want to be evil?
I have it on good authority that when you're evil, I forget the rest of that song. I just like Voltaire. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. Staff won't let me. They think it's a bad influence on me and that I should not be allowed to be evil. I think I should be allowed to be evil if I want. Evil! Okay, let's try and talk to her.
Oh yeah! When was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so! Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when.
Woo! Yeah, there are many perks to the dark side. You get cool lightning hands. Your lightsaber can change sizes because it's absolutely not just that the special effects guys mixed it up. You get the coolest lines. Except for the one. Power! But I like being seen as cute and nice and all that jazz. Val, you're looking for Carmelita. And Miss Heed. And several other villains along that line. Carmelita is from a series of unfortunate events. Miss Heed is from I Don't Remember. I never remember the name of that show. But she's great. She is not the main. She is like a one-off villain, but I love her anyway. Let's see, Miss Heed. And many others. I was gonna say Miss Baltimore Crabs, but she's not really. What's her face for the villain from Hairspray, but she doesn't really do things that way. She does things in the angry suburban mom way. But there's plenty of villains that are tiny and adorable. April May. She isn't really. So what is it that you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made. A genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? It started moving all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that? That triggers the shutter when it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat! Lotta's camera added to the court record. Bum 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 bang. Do 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 do. Let's ask her more about it. Can we present this to her? Lotta? Yeah? So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey!
are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once. Don't remember if there was anything on them, though. But what if I got something that could... I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Y'all come back now, you hear? Is one of my favorite things to say with that. With the silly accent.
Why did I become Eepy? Is it that hard to do a southern accent? Hey, Nick!
What? Don't tell me you're hungry again.
No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made out of aluminum?
They didn't talk about that in any of the law books.
So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then?
I'm not having this conversation.
The answer is because it's a very thin and light metal that holds up well to heat.
There's food and some magazines out on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent.
Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire?
I don't think that they'd have signs like that.
Oh.
Now, I may be a simple southern photographer. I may be a simple country photographer, but I do believe there's been a murder here.
I still haven't seen Knives Out 2, and there's a third one. I need to see the second one and everything. I haven't even seen it. But I want to see more Benoit Blanc doing things. I love watching Daniel Craig pull that silly southern accent and then do lawyer stuff and then do detective stuff. It's so good. The first one was so good. Oh, I want to look at it again. You should. The first one is, hey, perhaps neoliberalism should rethink itself a little. Yeah. Maybe it's not helping the people who it claims to help. It's, a subtle commentary. It's not subtle, guys. It's more subtle than some of the other ones, but it's not subtle, if you know what you're looking for. The second one is, hey, you know that Elon Musk guy? Wouldn't it be funny if a murder happened? And, wouldn't it be funny if we made an over-the-top Elon Musk guy who literally built a house out of glass, like a mansion out of glass, and then they found out after that movie was made that he really did have plans to build a mansion out of glass and had embezzled money to do so? And the third one, I don't remember what it's about. I don't think it's out yet. I don't know, actually, but, anyway, that is the story so far. But they're really good. Also, Detective Blanc, his husband is Hugh Grant. We see a scene in Knives Out 2 that has been absolutely all over my Tumblr and was when it came out. We see a scene in Knives Out 2 where, like, he's taking a call or something or other, and Hugh Grant's just there, and he's like, hey, somebody's calling for you. And, like, you know that there was a romance movie with Hugh Grant and Daniel Craig that these two got together during at some point. And it's so cute. They're married. And I don't mean that in like a silly they're married. I mean that in a Hugh Grant in an apron cooking dinner sees full fit to just open up the bathroom door where he knows his husband is in the bathtub and is like, honey, someone's calling for you about a murder in the midst of cooking. While while Detective Blanc is just in the bubble bath. Just having a lovely bubble bath.
totally fine to interrupt his husband's me time. I know, right? But, like, it's a murder. It needs to be solved. Anyway, you all needed to know that. It makes the movies a million times better. They really were like, nah, man. Canon gay married. And I love that. I love that for him. I also love how much fun Daniel Craig seems to be having as in this role. Like, he was James Bond for a long time, and then he was like, I'm done. I cannot. And now you see him actually enjoying himself. Like, you know when you have the worst job ever that's ever been, and then you rock up to a really good job, and you're like, actually, this is fun. Like, I like doing this. And you're having a good time? That's it. That's what happened. You can see it. You can see it. He's so excited to be there. Oh, right. I forgot what we were doing. We're saving our husband ourselves. Game won't let us fast travel. There's no time for bubble bath. There's been a murder. Well, I say a man has been murdered here. He is an ex-parrot.
Let's go to the rental shop. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Nick, what is this place?
A boat rental shop? Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out on one when this trial is finished?
Hey, good idea. You bet.
Well, I guess there's nothing here. Honey, what you waiting for? Welcome to my candy store.
To the police!
You can't just confess to random crimes for a bath's sake.
Yeah. Now we get to see the police. Oh, it's the little guy in the back. That's the police mascot back there. You can kind of see him. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey!
Thanks for coming down, pal! Detective Gumshoe. Well, you just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I get the feeling you're in for some bad news.
Yeah, we're definitely in there. Like I've said before, Fiera's Heather Chandler, Momo is Heather Duke, and I'm Heather McNamara. Yeah. The coloration kinda almost fits, too. Though that said, I have to, every time I have to be like, do I want Veronica's voice lines, or do I want JD's? Because they both have such good fun lines. 10 out of 10, I'm here for... Oh, right. I can't say that line on stream, but I can start it off. I'm here for a whole bunch. I'm here for 1, 2, 3... Heck it! And I'm also here for, like, all of the I Am Damaged reprise. 10 out of 10. But Veronica gets such good lines in the Dead Girl Walking reprise, and she has such fun and excitement. No, we don't really see you as yellow.
And it was all yellow. Oh.
Alright, detective. Wait, hold on. I need to examine that thing in the background. I always forget its stupid name.
Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger! It was my idea! I made it! It's my mascot! I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs department. If it's the last thing I do. Good luck.
We do love the Blue Badger. That's the police chief.
I needed to examine him because he's funny. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you and me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir.
Body break.
And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. It's because he's like a cat. I would look at the time, but we're going to talk about trusting our boy Edgeworth first. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship? Working relationship, quote unquote? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you don't have my word on that. Edgeworth is basically a cat, yes, exactly. I was wondering, did you get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Thank you. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me the photo of the victim? That face! Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Oh, their relationship works! Wink, wink. Alright. We hydrate his chat demands! Never forget the autopsy report. Not a day in my life goes by that I don't think about the autopsy report. And a big stretch. But it is now closing time, and we hope you enjoyed your visit to the octopus enclosure. Don't worry. I will do the body break while I look for a raid target. Don't worry. Who will we visit? Oh. No, we're not visiting there. Is the gnomes not here? Where are the gnomes? I was gonna visit the gnomes, but they're gone. Oh well. Oh, I know who to visit. I got a friend on tonight. Doing some Final Fantasy. Some 14. Well, let's go! We're gonna go see Big Boof JC.